It sucks in a lot of cases because some people have been together for so long and intimacy starts declining because people tend to get in a place of complacency. And obviously, sometimes it's not intentional. It's just that you're so used to the same routine every single day. And I think what people tend to forget is that we as individuals, we grow and we change, and our wants and our needs could look different. So what it might have worked within the first 3 years of the relationship might need to look a little bit different the next 3 years of the relationship because we're in a different place in our life and we have different wants and needs, especially when you've been together with somebody for so long. Like you do the same positions when you're intimate, you go to the same places, you have the same routine, the same habits, the same everything, and you forget to date, you forget to love, you forget to experience each other, you forget to take things slow and be in the moment, you forget to have foreplay, you forget to say I love yous and I miss yous, and you forget to text and call as often as you can throughout the day. Like you forget to do these things because you're so used to a routine that you get stuck in that rut, and then you wake up one day and realize like, man, like we haven't been doing a lot of things that I miss. And it's not that you want the same things you used to have. It's just that you want the same feeling you used to have when things were done. And you have to figure out what these new things look like to bring you that same feeling you used to have when you felt loved, cared for, and seen. So like I said before, things might look different, but it still brings the same result, which is the same feeling of I'm attracted to you. I'm head over heels for you. Like I love you and I care for you. So the gestures might look different, but like you still want the same results. And I think and I feel that I always say this, the people you speak to in a relationship have to be open-minded and understand that you're not coming from a place of criticizing them as a person. You're coming from a place of providing them feedback so that way things could look different or things could change or be better. Not to say that they're not trying their best, but you just want to look different or you just wanted to excel more in this area rather than this area. So I know a conversation my wife and I had at the beginning of our relationship was about love languages. And the best way for me to put it, metaphorically speaking, was that my love language is like all the love languages are important. Let me start off by saying that all the love languages are more important, but some people, like myself, prefer my cup to be filled in certain areas rather than other areas. So physical time, quality time and physical touch are more important to me than like acts of service and receiving gifts and stuff like that. So my acts of service and receiving gifts might be the size of a shot glass, but my physical touch and my quality time might be the size of like a regular cup, right? It's not to say that this is more important than this, but I might need less of this and more of this to feel loved, cared for, and seen. For my wife, she loves physical touch and quality time, but hers might be a shot glass, but acts of service and words of affirmation and everything else might be the size of a regular cup, right? It's not that physical touch and quality time isn't important. It's just that she might need a little bit more of this than she does this at certain periods, certain times. So I have to understand that even though my love language is physical touch and quality time, it's still important for me to give her my love language, which is physical touch and quality time, to the best of my ability, but also be open to filling up her other cups in ways that I'm not used to doing it, because keeping in mind, mine's the size of a shot glass. So I don't need that much. So because I don't need that much, I don't expect to receive that much. And I'm not used to doing that much because this isn't that important to me as is the other cups, right? But it still requires me to love my woman the way she wants to be loved and love her in ways that she needs to be loved. And that means that doing things that I might not be used to doing, or doing things that I necessarily feel like I don't need as much of, but it doesn't mean that I don't give her what she needs because I don't need that much of it. So if she needs to hear that she's beautiful, I don't need to hear that I'm handsome 24/7, or I don't need to hear that my wife loves me all the time. But I love hearing it. Don't get me wrong. When she says it, hey, shit, my head's pumped up to the max. But if she didn't say it, just by her giving me hugs and kisses, I feel it and I know she loves me. But hugs and kisses are great for her, but also she wants to hear it. She wants to hear, babe, you're beautiful. Babe, you're sexy. Babe, you're attractive. Babe, I love you. Babe, I care for you. You're amazing. You're fantastic. I appreciate you. I adore you. She needs to hear these things. And I will tell her as many times as I need per day, as much as she needs per week. I don't care. If this is what she needs and this is what she craves and this is what she wants, then I'm going to make sure those cups overflow. I'm not just going to stop when it gets to the top. I'm going to overflow them, right? And I know that sometimes you forget the size of the cups throughout the relationship. You get in a place of complacency and everything starts to look like a shot glass. So you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and it's enough to sustain, but it's not enough to feel the love that you're looking for. It's not enough to feel like you're being seen, like you're being heard, like you're being taken care of. And obviously, you know this person cares because they put in a little bit in this and a little bit in that and a little bit in this. But keep in mind, some cups are bigger than others. And if the bigger cups aren't filled like the smaller cups are, then that could lead to a person not feeling loved and cared for or seen, or feeling like their person isn't taking that extra step to make them feel like they're loved and cared for and seen in certain aspects. So when your partner, if your love language is words of affirmation, and your partner's not giving you those words of affirmation, you might not feel loved, and you know that they love you, but because you're not going the extra mile to tell you that they love you, you might not feel loved in that sense, and that's valid. And that's how some people might feel. And I know, like I said, over time in certain relationships, you get in that place of complacency. You tend to forget to do the things that are important, and loving your partner in ways they want to feel loved and need to feel loved is important. So it's just the idea, and it's just a thought, and it's always imperative, because your love languages could change and things could be different. Like I said, as we continue to grow, as we continue to love, as we continue to care about each other in a relationship, and as we continue to grow old together, essentially, wants and needs change, and that's valid. Our experiences change, our what we're looking for in a relationship might change, and it's imperative to continue to talk about it, to continue to have conversations about it. And once you acknowledge that there's a necessity for a change, you express that, and also keep in mind that it might take your partner time to adjust to the new change. And it's not that they don't want to do it. It just might take a little bit of time, but also acknowledge the work that they're putting in and the progress that they're making and the intentional work that they're trying to do in order to love you in ways that you want and that you need to feel loved. This is why I feel like communication is imperative. I don't believe there's a such thing as too much communication. I believe that a lot of cases there's not enough communication. And then even when you communicate, make sure you have intentional communication, because you can have a whole conversation and still feel confused and lost at the end of it. So I still don't know why this is happening, or I still don't know where we are. I still don't know what we are. And you never want to walk away from a conversation with questions, because that means you're not done with the conversation. Continue to ask questions until you get provided enough clarity for you to walk away and say, okay, I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's happening. I know exactly what to expect. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what they want. Let's put those actions into words and let's do it.